And yes, everything has like permanent lip stains because of me, so welcome back to Growing with Tea, and today I would like to talk about something very, very dear to my heart: my hair. I wasn't really planning on talking about this, but just to let you guys know, I am half white, I am half black, and I grew up in a white household. And yes, I did visit my dad and my dad's side of the family, but I grew up in a white household where they didn't really know how to take care of curls. I didn't understand the process of taking care of my hair until I moved to New York, and I had a friend who helped me with my curly hair and all that other jazz. I didn't understand how to keep it healthy, how to comb it correctly, or anything like that. It was just kind of like yank the knots out and hope that, life works for me. So with that being said, it has been such a process for me to figure out what is healthy curly hair. I didn't even know, which is insane to me now, I didn't even know there were different types of curls, I just was like, okay, there's, people with curly hair, wavy hair, straight hair, and people with afros. And that is so sad, and I can't believe I didn't know that, being somebody with curly hair. First things first, and this is an absolute must that I figured out again with the help of my friend, is to have healthy hair products. And I can't stress that enough, things that are healthy for your hair. There are so many hair products I didn't know was actually very damaging for my hair. So every product that you put in your hair, you have to check the label, see if it's good for you, especially for the knots, for the volume, for making your curls really defined and not frizzy. Right now, this is probably one of the best times I've ever had my hair. Normally, especially growing up, my hair was just a fuzz ball, lint everywhere, all this other stuff, and really that comes down to brushing my hair and using the correct products was such a big difference already to my hair. Of course, through that research, I finally found products that I liked, that I thought smelled good, because let's be honest, you don't want to put, okay guys, people who put mayonnaise in their hair, I'm sure there's reasons, and I know some of the reasons, and I'm sure that for some reason it works for other people. You want to put stuff in your hair that you're willing to put. So I finally, through research, have found the products that I liked, that I too would like to put in my hair. I'm not putting mayonnaise in my hair. It's gross. Curly haired women, and a lot of women actually, let's just say people with hair, if you have hair, you don't want to put a lot of chemicals in your hair. Just a little tidbit, but especially for curly women, and I only say this because I am a curly gal, I have to be so careful with what exactly I put in my hair, or it just poofs up, turns into a frizz ball, and I want to just shave it off, honestly. So products containing sulfate, silicone, or paraben, I'm not really sure how to say that one. I should have looked that up before the video. Anyway, products containing those chemicals, you do not want to be putting in your hair. Those are very harsh chemicals and will honestly probably destroy your hair. Hair product lines such as Curls, Diva Curl, or She Moisture is actually good products, and unless they just recently came out with something that I wasn't aware of, their product line is completely free of all the harsh chemicals that you do not want to be putting in your hair. So those are a good go-to line. Of course, always check the label, because for some reason maybe something gets in there that, they added something new, so I can't say for sure, but those are normally a good go-to and don't have any of those harsh chemicals you want to be putting in your hair. So without further ado, here comes the fun part. So step number one, of course, you have to get your hair wet. So you get your hair wet and you get that shampoo in there, and you guys, I feel like you should know how to wash your own hair, but anyway, I'll tell you how I do it. So I really massage my skull, because the shampoo is more for your scalp than it is the ends of your hair, which of course you still want to get it everywhere, but I concentrate it at the skull and I massage it because when you're stressed, that is one way to relieve any stress or negativity, is to just massage your skull. It feels so nice. And what I'll do is I'll comb through my hair with my fingers, starting from the end to the top. As many of you know, because I'm going to assume that out of the very small part of my subscribers, or from anybody who watches this, you're searching this because you're a curly hair girl. You do not start from the top anytime you're brushing or combing, because that will create more tangles. So yes, every time it's from the bottom to the top of your head, and I comb with my fingers through. After that, step number 2, you rinse that all off, make sure it's all gone and good, and then you take out that conditioner. So with the conditioner, that is more for the ends of your hair, but again, you put it everywhere. But I concentrate at the ends of the hair. What I do instead is I flip my head over, and what I'll do is I'll do the prayer motion and spread that conditioner through my hair, and then I'll get individual pieces. So then I split my hair in 2, I do the left side and then I do the right side, and then I'll put a little bit more on my hands conditioner, and then I'll crunch the curls, the end of the curls, so that way I can really make sure it gets into the ends of my hair. And guys, little side note, I heard, I can't remember which YouTuber said it, but if you hear a squishing noise, you know you got enough product in there. You don't need to be putting any more. So if you don't hear the squishy noise, that means you probably didn't put enough product in. So there you go, there's a little tidbit. So I scrunch those in, and then I put my hair up in the high bun. It normally looks really weird, and then I go and I jam out to some music for 2 to 3 minutes, because conditioner is actually supposed to stay in your head for a little bit. You don't put it on and then immediately wash it off, which I thought I had to do when I was younger. For me, this is something that I do. I didn't really see this anywhere, but this is just an extra thing that I do, is before I rinse out the conditioner, flip my hair over, and then I comb through my hair from the ends to the tops once again, and then I'll rinse it out. So now we've come to step number 3, guys. And step number 3, after you jam down, you rinsed out the conditioner, what you're then gonna wanna do is to put your hair up. Instead of using a towel to either 1, dry your hair, or 2, put it up to let it dry, use a old t-shirt, because towels are really harsh for your curls compared to a cotton shirt. And I let it dry for just a little bit, maybe up to 3 minutes, because I still want my hair wet when I style it, just because it's a lot easier to style it while your hair's wet. I'll do the same process I did with the conditioner, meaning I'll flip over my hair to do it, and flipping over your hair is what you're doing is creating some volume. And I, like I said, don't like poofy hair, but I also don't want my hair to be exactly flat. So I'll kind of switch it depending on the day, depending on if my hair is a little bit more poofy that day or whatever. I won't flip my hair over, but typically I do. Make sure to get it everywhere, especially on the ends, because the ends are what gets less defined, and you don't want those to be frizzy. So you'll do that same crunching action to make sure that they're crisp. Well, there we have it. There's my curly hair routine. But I also wanted to give you a little bit more tips and tricks for you guys. So as well as the whole, oh, make sure you flip your hair over to create volume, and the prayer motion and all the works of that, and the cotton shirt instead of the towel. Another great thing to purchase is silk pillowcases, and you can get them on Amazon for pretty cheap. But the silk is, again, softer on those curls, and it will prevent friction. And number 2, also sleeping with a pineapple. I don't mean the fruit pineapple, guys. I mean flip your hair over, get it up like this. Pineapple, that's what I mean. I might as well just show you. Pineapple. This is how you're gonna want to sleep. And a scrunchie is probably best for that, honestly. I don't like hair ties because it's too tight, and I don't want my curls to die on me. So Alrighty guys, thanks for staying and watching, and if you didn't, well you didn't, so you're not even going to see this. So anyway, that was Growing with T. You got to see a little bit into my younger self who knew nothing about hair, into the woman you see before you who knows slightly more than she used to. Remember, I post every Saturday at 10 a.m. Stay tuned, click that like button, subscribe, make that bell sing so you know every time I post if it's on time or not. What else? I don't know what else to say. Paraben? 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 Paraben. Paraben.